sir?
Very good.
Glad you came out. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Larry.
Hey, what made you come here today?
Just been following the campaign on Facebook, and
Yeah.
I like everything I hear so far. It
Awesome.
Sounds great. Sounds like it's good for New York, and yeah. I'm
All right,
with you
we're
on
done.
this.
That's awesome. I wish more people would think that. But the reality is I'm happy to get people here who disagree or who have questions or think something's wrong or bad. The reality of it is I'm trying to make something very special happen, which you may or may not know. And that is I don't want us, that shouldn't exist. That shouldn't be true. I'll ask this question. After the last one, I'll ask it again. Anybody here know someone who's left New York State? Yep, there we go. How many of you have considered leaving New York State? Yep, there we go. Every single time. Every single time. I do over 30 events every single month, and every time the same thing. People who know people have left, or people who think of leaving. That should be embarrassing for us. But it isn't. But it isn't. How do I know it isn't? The governor has done nothing. If you're a Democrat, you've run this state for 16 years. Right? The Democratic Party has run this state for 16 years. If they were going to fix it, they would have fixed it. They haven't. Republicans, well, you can say, well, they haven't had it, and it's the Congress, or it's the Senate, or whatever decision you want to make as a Republican. Awesome. Where's your plan? Where's your plan? Where's your movement? Where is it? Nowhere. The current Republican sacrificial lamb, who's running now, still doesn't have a full policy page. He's been a politician in New York for over 20 years. Let me say it again. He still does not have a full policy page. He's been a politician in New York State for over 20 years. I've been doing this 1 year. And in 1 year, I have a policy and a plan for almost everything. And I have a movement. He's been doing it 20. He's got nothing. That's the guy you want to vote for. Or the current governor. All the woes we have, it's his fault. That's the guy you want to vote for. I would ask you, look in the mirror and ask yourself, why in the world would anyone want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to fall back to red team or blue team when they have done nothing but abandon you for the past 16 years? I'm telling you there's a difference. If you fall back to the old ways of voting red team or blue team, here's what I promise you will happen. Blue team comes in first, red team comes in second, and when they come in second, they go, oh, well, you know, it's your guy's fault, and they go back home and wait for 4 more years, dust someone off, kick someone else out, and tell you the same lie they've been telling you for the past 16 years. And nothing changes. But if you vote gold this time, take a chance on someone who actually has a plan, who will actually answer questions, who will actually tell you what he actually feels, who will actually try to fix things, but more importantly, doesn't think he's the smartest guy in the room, and recognizes that he can be wrong. It's this guy right here. But will turn the state in the right direction, you'll have change. You will have change. What you will hear me say often is, I've got plans for everything. Everything. I'm not making that up. You ask me a question, I'll give you a plan for it. People try to stump me, you can't. I got a plan for everything. My plans may be wrong. It's possible, and I say it openly. I may be wrong. But guess what? If I'm wrong, then help me make it right. I'm in. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, but I'm not going to accept status quo. I'm not going to be a hostage to what is happening now, which is a terrible garbage system. How do I know it's garbage? Because we have over 100,000 New Yorkers leaving this state every single year. Last year, over 150,000. That's how I know it's garbage. I'm a business guy. If you're losing customers, you suck. Done. Get your customers back. If I'm a governor, I need customers. Customers are you. My #1 priority is not being righteous, it's not yelling at Donald Trump, it's not fixing X or Y. My #1 priority is happy New Yorkers. #1 over everything else. I want to be righteous, happy New Yorkers. You will see all of my policies consistently move towards happy New Yorkers. Because if we have happy New Yorkers, here's what I also promise you. You'll stay. The vast majority of people who live in New York actually love New York. They just hate the government. They hate the taxation. They hate the oppression. They hate the rules. They hate those things. Love New York though. The vast majority. Happy New Yorkers means you will stay in New York, and more importantly, more people will come to New York. And that's what I want. We've lost over 1 million people in the last 8 years. Not just that, most of the things I do live. Live right now. Live. Right now, online, live. Why do I do that? Because I want you to know that I'm being honest. I want you to know that I'm actually telling you what I feel is right. I don't require notes because it's what I feel. So I need to grab that? Awesome. I don't need notes because I'm telling you what I feel. I don't need notes, I'm telling you the same thing. I never worry if I'm consistent because I'm telling you what I feel. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch any of my live streams from the past year that I've been doing this. I'm saying the same stuff because I'm telling you what's important to me. Happy New Yorkers, happy New Yorkers. Not just that, I don't have any rules. You can ask me any question. People are the last one. Remember that woman got mad at me? You were the last one, right? Woman got mad at me. Did I tell her to leave? No. I literally begged her to stay, didn't I? I literally said, please stay. You were there? I literally begged her to stay. And she was mad at me. But I wanted her to stay because she's a New Yorker. And I want to support her. And I must support her. And I want to make her a happy New Yorker. I don't want to say, get away from here. That would be silly. Anybody here happen to be a registered Republican who went onto a social media platform run by either a Republican Party or Republican candidate and was banned from that page? Anybody here? Bingo, there's one. There's two.
I've been banned for Facebook 10 times.
There we go. Yes, no. But I say it all the time. Because here's what you find in the Democrat-Republican Party. In the Democrat Party, no one's paying attention to social media. And the Republican Party, they ban you if you even ask questions, and it's your party. Yes, it's your party. Every event I go to has Republicans, and I ask, are you a member of the party, and were you banned? Every single time, hands go up. The party's banning you from asking it questions, and I'm sitting here with nothing saying, go ahead, do your worst. Why in the world would you vote for them? Why would you support them? The Democratic Party totally ignores you. How do I know that? Have any of you watched Cuomo's social media? Anybody? Watched it? Yes, so you know what it is. Cuomo posts something, and then what happens? You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. Right? That's it. They're not paying attention. You're one of the guys who says it, right? There we go. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's correct. Right down the line. Boom, 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 boom. They're ignoring you, and the Republicans are banning you.
News 12 does it too, though.
Yes, absolutely. Of
I
course.
started a riot on that page because I said, get you on there.
Yes. They're mad. They don't like it. Yes.
Well, like 60 people loved the comment. But they don't,
Now, I agree completely.
do they call you up?
Of course not. Please. Yes. Yes. How many people? Let me touch those two pieces real fast. Republicans and Democrats don't care. And it may sound horrible, but you know it's true. They're not reaching out. Can you find a Cuomo rally?
You don't have to.
You don't have. There is none. Can you find a Republican rally that isn't just full of Republican loyalists who are every one of them over 50? I'm not joking. Look at the people come to mind. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all ages. Yeah. Why? I'm giving you answers. I'm talking to you. I want to talk to you. There's a difference. I'm asking you to realize when people begin to attack me, and they will, and always do, and call me a bad guy, or say I'm this, or say I'm that, you have the opportunity to simply come here and ask me a question, watch any of my social media, talk to my people, and realize something. When it comes to social media, I don't ban you. And people say horrible things to me on social media. Horrible things. I don't ban them. I only ban them if they insult you more than once. If they just go, you're a jerk or something bad to you, vulgar to you, I tell them, please stop. If they stop, they can stay on the page and just insult me all day. It's fine. And they often do. And they'll insult me and put, vote for the other guy. And I don't care, they can stay. I don't mind. Because I want the conversation. And I want the back and forth. And those who pay attention, I often try my best to actually answer. I try to actually answer people. I sit in the back of the car often, and I'll be answering people on Facebook. Well, I'm coming here. That's what I'll be doing. I try my best to do that. So I'm trying to be very forward, upfront, and show you how politics should be. It should be me coming to you, showing you who I am, and you deciding to vote for me for something. I talk often about the 80-20 rule. What does that mean? For those of you who may know business, there's the 80-20 rule. 80% right versus 20%. And Ronald Reagan was my first commander-in-chief. And he always said, if someone agrees with you 80% of the time, politically, they're your ally, not your enemy. That's what I want from all of you. None of you are going to agree with me 100%. You're just not going to. There's going to be stuff you disagree with. It's true. I'm hoping that I can get you on 80%. If I get you on 80%, you should consider voting for me. If I can't get you on 80%, you should either not vote for me, vote for the other guy, or stay home. I'm serious. Or stay home. One of the two. You should not be voting for the lesser of two evils. You should be finding someone who you can say, you know what? 80% is good enough. I don't agree with everything, but it's good enough. He crosses my good threshold. I will vote for the best when I can get it, and he crosses that threshold. I hope I cross that threshold. If I don't, I get it. But one thing you're never going to get from me is pandering. I will tell you what I feel, even if you don't like what I'm saying. No matter what, you'll get that. I hope that was clear. I'm trying to make sure that I don't spend too much time yapping about ideology, and I spend more time answering your questions letting you know who I am. Why did I come out here today? Well, I've been upstate a lot. Some of you have been watching, I've been upstate a lot. Why have I been upstate so much? Because Cynthia Nixon. That's true. Cynthia Nixon has been sucking all the air out of downstate. I literally went to an event one day with her and many others, and they had 3 cameras. The cameras literally pointing down. Nobody was there. Just guys sitting doing this. Which cameras pointing down? Other people spoke, paid no attention. She got up. Cameras go up, take a picture of her, talk about her. She's done talking. They pick the cameras off the tripods and walk with her. I saw that and I said, okay, let's do that again. So we're safe. Now I'm back down. She's gone. Good for me. I'm back. Now people actually hear me. Now maybe news will pay attention to me now because there's no Nixon anymore. Maybe now they're doing it right now. They might do it.
So she has dropped out.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. She's now relevant. I'm not sure she's dropped out, but she's now relevant, which is fine. It's a good thing for me. I'm happy.
Yes. Across the board.
She might, but either way, she's relevant. So my point is now I'm back. I'm down here. I'm here because I don't want to leave New York State. That's my reason. I don't want to leave New York State. Oh, hands going up already. All right. Let me shut up then. Let me go take some questions. This is what I want to do. I want to take lots of Q&A. So my last thing I will tell you is, last thing, I will answer any question. I will take any comment, even if you want to yell at me. All right. Go ahead, please.
Yes. When you're elected governor, first off,
Oh, I like that. Keep going.
when legislators come here, and I can talk about the SAFE Act and the midnight deals, and that's what's in the back of my mind. If you take 80%
Yep.
of that issue, or whatever issue it is, financial, whatever, will you come before the people and explain the process so some of these clowns up there in Albany don't have a place to hide by what they try to offer and get you to
Yeah.
squeeze a deal?
Let me be forward of many different things. What I'm a big fan of, you hear often we talk about is transparency. I am huge in the transparency. If we have more transparency than not, we require less law. That sounds crazy, but it's true. Because if you have more transparency, then people care about how things feel and look than whether they're legal or not. When things are legal or illegal, they often do very bad things that happen to be legal. Very common, right? Very common. But when you look upon it, does it look bad or not? People often don't make that step. So transparency is a big deal. Yes, absolutely. But the second piece we don't get here, they often say, Larry, how do we know that once you get into office, you won't just ignore us? Well, there's a very important reason. I don't have a massive party infrastructure. I don't have that, right? Democrats, Republicans, they have that. I don't. I still need you. I still need you. If I don't have you, I fail. As I've said many times before, I am a Marine. I don't have a problem breaking a hole in this system. I'll go through first. I will break a hole and go through. But if you don't follow me through, I die on the other end. And you just want to come with me. You've got to come with me through. What does that mean? When I'm there, I want you calling those assemblymen. I want you calling the senators. You think when I win, they're going to be on my side? Yay, we love Larry Sharpe. No way. No way. But if you're calling them saying, Governor Sharpe's been doing this, why don't you help? Governor Sharpe's been doing this, why don't you help? Yeah, so I have to do that. To a point where I've actually already told people, I'm going to probably sell one of those governor helicopters and instead have a bus. Very serious, have a bus. My lieutenant governor is a tech guy. We're literally gonna set the bus up so we can run the government out of the bus. So I can literally drive around the state while I'm running for governor. While I'm the governor, not just running while I am the governor, still running around the state. Because if I lose your support, I will get nothing done. So yes, but not just because it's the right thing, it is, but I'll have no chance of success if I don't. Because I don't have a party infrastructure to back me up. The other guys have party bosses to whip everybody into shape. I don't have party bosses. I require you to make sure I move forward. 100% yes.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Awesome, go ahead.
I have a comment and a question.
Please, give me both.
My question, or rather my comment is this, is that I feel all politicians should be a civil servant, and like you said, jokingly, but also had seriously, you called like King Cuomo, or
Yep.
his excellence.
Yes.
And I feel like you're the first person that's wanted to be a civil servant where you said, I want to help New Yorkers. You're not concerned with the federal government, and I feel like Cuomo kind of wants to kiss the shoes and like get more money for himself, and you're about keeping New Yorkers happy, keeping New Yorkers here, like you said in Joe Rogan's podcast. That
Yep.
I may be misquoting, but 10 to 15% of Florida's, New York's budget is pensions, and they're being spent in other states.
Yes.
I think that's ridiculous.
Yes.
And
It's a huge problem. Yes.
so to me, I'm only 27 years old, so you're the first politician that I've fully backed, like you're my guy.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
And-
Yes, thank you.
My question is this: there was your infrastructure that you said you wanted to call it the 3M bridge, call it the Verizon
Yep.
bridge, that you wanted them to fund the bridge and tunnel itself, and you wanted them to pay for maintenance. Now my question is this: would Verizon then pay their employees to maintenance the bridge, or would that go to New York Department of Transportation?
No, it's a great
or
question.
Us?
Yes, absolutely. Several things. Number one, I want them to pay for maintenance for several reasons. One, I want less cost. I want to actually lower costs. I know, it sounds crazy. I want to actually lower New York State's costs. I don't want to spend so much money. My goal in all my taxation is to ensure that I provide surpluses to the local counties so they can provide tax breaks. I don't want to be the tax cutter. I want someone else to be a tax cutter. Several reasons for that. Number one is, to your point, if I allow the local people to be the ones who instigate tax cuts, they will be local heroes. If they're local heroes, they'll like me. That's simple. I'm allowing them to be local heroes. Please, you guys figure out how to cut taxes. And you can go, see, I cut taxes. Yay, you're awesome. Yay. I don't care who gets credit. I said it in Joe Rogan interview. I don't care who gets credit. They're all get credit, they'll be heroes, they'll hopefully follow that. That's what I hope. So yes, I do want to do that. But the next piece is, there'll be a contract. Because the issue is, we still have a lot of union labor, right? So most of the people who are working with DOT will have to be contracted by those people, or they'll be subcontracted in some way, shape, or form. But no, we won't pay for it. I don't mind if DOT still does it. I don't mind, that's fine, I don't mind that at all. It's not really important to me, to tell you the truth. What matters is it gets done and New York State isn't paying for it. That's all I care about. If that means that there's something in DOT, that could be the deal. It'll be a contracted issue, right? Now unions will be mad if I just said, do whatever you want, because without question, state laws would use no union workers. Of course they would. They use no union workers at all. Of course they would. So it's stipulated. X% must be union, or Y% must be DOT employee, or whatever. It's fine. I'm totally fine with that. That is an issue that unions and I can talk about and make everybody happy. I'm totally fine with the issue. But to be forward, it might be DOT, it might not be. I'm not that concerned. What I'm concerned about is, again, happy New Yorkers.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that those pensioners are staying in New York State, to your point, right? The pension bomb is a serious problem that I believe could be a horrible problem in 10, 15 years. It will turn New York State into Somalia overnight. I don't want to lose those pensions. I don't want to lose our union workers. But right now, we have a problem. And if you look at cities like Dallas, Dallas can't pay its police force very well. So the police force is leaving and going to Austin. Why? They're paying for pensions. That's a problem. That's the future of New York in 10 years from now. So where we can't pay for roads, we can't pay for anything because our pension bomb is 40% of our budget. It's really too much.
And all
So-
that money's gonna go south.
Yes, and it's the worst part. As all the pensioners leave, we're paying for people right now to support the pension right now, and they live in other states. So we're paying money that is going to businesses in Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Wow, how stupid are we? This is what our current system is. We actually had to do where, Governor Scott of Florida thanked Cuomo. Thank you for giving us all your money, because all the pensions are down there and we're paying them.
And that was my exact point for bringing that up.
Yes.
And also, I have a lot of friends who own a ton of land upstate, acres, acres, acres and acres, and they hate the SAFE Act.
Yep.
And, you know, I've said to them, I was like, really gonna look into this guy? And they were like, no, he's a third party, we're gonna vote. And I was like, yeah, but also, I'm like, he's not gonna tell you what to do with your land.
That's also
Immediately
true.
then, ears perk up and they go, whoa, he's not gonna tell us what to do with my land.
That's
I was
correct.
Like, look into him.
Yes. So thank you.
Everyone else is gonna tell you what to do with your land, he's not.
Did I answer your question?
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Good. In the back, someone's in the back? That was you. Go ahead.
A
Yes.
couple things. You were vetted by George Cabello and New York Militia.
I was what? I'm sorry?
You were already vetted by George Cabello.
It's true. Yes.
New York Militia is a good guy, and
Yep.
all I would need was his word. So I didn't get into this a lot following you. I'm ANCAP, so I'm where I think ideologically you'd love to just take the state, but you know, there's got to be steps, and I think that's the big problem with ANCAP is they got to realize like it's not going to happen overnight. So I don't really have any questions regarding. I'm going to trust that as a libertarian, you're truly a libertarian, and you're going to do the right thing. My question for you is more the optics. Do you have a debate? Is there going to be a debate with Cuomo?
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall when Mitt Romney debated Obama over here in Hempstead, and they set up the stage, and behind Obama was people of all different colors. There was handicaps in black and white, and on the other side, every guy was a white guy in a business suit.
Yep.
And that was the people that worked at Hofstra that set it up like that. And what I'm wondering is, who do you have protecting you? What's your plan going to be if you do get the debate, that you make sure that...
Yeah. Let me clear a couple things.
How are you going to make sure that the questions keep coming to you,
Yeah.
not to some dumbass Republican?
Okay. Let me cover that. Number one, to be very full with you, I will have no control over that whatsoever. His Majesty King Andrew will control everything. I'm not joking. That's how he works. He says, I will debate you, but you must do X, Y, and Z without any deviation whatsoever, or I will not debate. I will have no control. If I force that control, I will not be invited, or he won't debate. He has all the cards. I know that sounds terrible. I'm telling you the truth. So if they set it up badly, then I'm set up badly. It will be up to me to fight through it. That's the reality. I am happy to debate regardless of the situation. I'll debate with one arm tied behind my back and blindfolded. Fine. If that's the handicap I need, that's what I'll do, because I have no other option. And it sounds terrible, but New York State, as you said, is completely against third parties in every way, shape, and form, to include media, to include everything. The only reason why I have any chance, two reasons why I have any chance at all. Number one, social media, which gets around the traditional. And two, the other part is just so bad. They're just so bad. Those are two reasons why. And they don't see me coming. So to answer your question about preparing for debates, I'm ready for it. Set up, I will have almost no say. So the reality of it is, I'm going to be stuck at the mercy of His Majesty. That's how it's going to work. I know that bothers you. I can see it in your face. It does. It bothers me too. But that's my only option. I'm not going to stand on principle in this regard. I'm going. Right? If that's the battlefield He gives me, I'll fight in that battlefield because I got to fight. So I'll go there. I'm not concerned. I'll deal with it. But your other issue that you talked about, will I be in debates? I think yes. League of Women Voters has already said I will be in them. It will probably be some PBS station. That's what it usually is. It probably will not be a college. It will be at a PBS station. Like last time I think it was at WBFO in Buffalo. Not last time. I was there with our last gubernatorial candidate.
Michael McDermott.
Michael McDermott, is that correct? I was his debate guy. I literally drove him up. I took him across.
Were you on speeding?
Yes, that was me. Yes, that was me. I was driving. I was literally driving in 2014. That was me. Yes.
I threw you under the bus during the debate then.
I was. Yes, I was just driving. That's correct. Yes. Look, add to your point. I understand that to be a leader, you must also be prepared to be a follower. So I was prepared to service him and follow him, and I hope people will follow me. 100%. Yes. I don't have a problem. I was a driver. I'm happy to say that. I don't have a problem doing it at all. Yes. Did I answer your question at least?
Yeah.
Good. I'm sorry it wasn't the best answer. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Hi, it's not a question, just a comment.
Please.
I found out about you through fathers' rights groups.
Yes.
And I love that. I think the more than instead, the man for someone to speak up for fathers' rights is
Yes.
so important. I mean, custody of children and
Yep.
divorce should be taken away from judges and not, left to politics. Corruption is so bad.
It's horrible.
It doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, it's all corrupt.
We had about an hour discussion, a 40-minute discussion of that last meeting. It's such a big deal, last session we talked to, because of that. Family law is a big deal. It's really crushing a lot of New Yorkers. It hurts women too, but it just hurts men percentage-wise more than men, but it hurts women too.
Huge business.
And it's a huge business, they make money off it, lawyers make money, the state makes money when it takes kids away. It's just bad, bad, bad. Again, to be very forward with you. I don't have a horse in that race, right? I'm not divorced, I didn't go through the system. It's just wrong. People won't touch it. No other gubernatorial candidate even brings it up. Why? You guys who were there last time saw it. I brought it up, and I had that woman who was obviously mad at me. Obviously angry at me. Happens all the time. But not just that. If you've been through the system, you don't have any money. Your money either goes to lawyers or to your family. You don't have any money. You can't give me any money. So as a gubernatorial candidate, most gubernatorial candidates say, well, I don't want that constituency. They don't have any money. I know you don't have any money, and I still support you. I know you can't give me much, and I still support you. Why? I want happy New Yorkers. And happy families means happy New Yorkers. That's why I support Family Court. Family Court's broken. If we fix it, we will have better families, which means happier kids, which means happier parents, which means happier New Yorkers. So I support it 100% yes. I talk about it all the time. I'm the only one who does. So thank you for coming. Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
You said you're a businessman.
I am.
You said you're a Marine.
I am.
You've been doing this for 1 year.
Yep.
What made you think you prepared for the job? What are your experiences? What kind of business did you have?
I love it. Let me give you two things. People get me all the time, Larry, you don't have any government experience. Why should we vote for you? Because I have no government experience. Yes. I love that experience question. That's a great thing. The people who are running for office right now, both of them have decades of experience. And look at our state. Where's it got us? You guys happy? No, because you're here. If you were happy, you wouldn't be here. So two things. Number one, that's the first thing. Second thing is, if you want to say, Larry, I'm not sure if you're the right guy. I may not be the right guy. And I'll come to my experience in a second. So you realize something. What are you measuring me against? Are you measuring me against your perfect candidate? That guy or gal doesn't exist. If you measure me against perfection, I will always lose. So please don't do that. Or just stay home. Either way is fine. Or instead, measure me against the alternative. What is your alternative? Right? If I'm not better than the alternative, please don't vote for me. But if I'm better than the alternative, you should be voting for me. And the alternative right now is status quo. We know no one else has any chance of victory at all except me or Cuomo. Cuomo has the biggest chance of victory, obviously. But no one else has any chance. Zero. Larry, why am I special? I'll tell you why I'm special. Because I get Democrats, I get Republicans, I get independents, and I get people who don't vote. That is the number one thing. I get people who don't vote. 70% of New Yorkers don't vote. 70%. I get them every single day. I'll ask real fast. Anyone's okay saying this? Anybody who will tell me they are a registered Republican in this room? Awesome. Registered Democrat? Awesome. Registered but nothing. Independent, anything else? Yes. How about someone who hasn't voted in the past 2 election cycles? Thank you. That was random. I got everybody because I did the last time, didn't I? And I got everybody. That happens every single event. That's how come I have a chance. Find that in the Democratic Republican rally. You can't find that. You can't find that. Only here. Now, what do? I'll give you my background. Is it okay if I give you a quick background, guys? All right. For some of you don't know, I was born in Manhattan. I was adopted, given up by my birth parents, and I was adopted very early and brought to the Bronx. I was raised in the South Bronx as a little kid. I'm a big Yankee fan, obviously. South Bronx, yes, thank you. Right, vote for just for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it.